Hey guys, and welcome to today's video on Toribash 5.4. We are going to be looking at the new tutorials that Toribash 5.4 brings. It's very nice and sweet. You can see all the different modes actually kind of like shown in here, little sneak preview style. So you go to your practice header banner here, click practice, and you'll see there is an introduction to Toribash, and you'll be clicking this, and this will start your whole tutorial into beginning. And that is how you become a great fighter. Through training and hard work, you can achieve amazing results. But Sensei, how would you know anything about fighting? You can barely walk on your own. He's even got a walking stick, as you can tell there. You can see my textures are loaded. Even there's my dead man skull from when I was banned for a year. that's insane. All right. So his last fight, it was big. This is Sensei. We're looking at his fight that he had, and he was keeping an eye out for his opponent's weak spots, and he saw every one of them. That's amazing. The chat does go through a little bit fast. Luckily, I can read quickly. So you can use WSAD to control the camera, and that's your first step. You click the play button here. Then you can adjust the camera heights by holding Shift while moving your camera with W and S to control the height that you're looking at. I use this a lot when I'm recording replays with keyframes and stuff like this. I use all these little camera controls that are like sneaky and stuff. All right, so click play. You can also control the camera by right-clicking anywhere with your mouse. And if you right-click with your mouse, it kind of acts as if you're using WSAD in a way to like, push your mouse forward and backwards, access W and S, and then left and right is A and D. So, yeah, and if you hold Shift, I believe, as well, you can control it as if you were pressing the buttons as well. Shift with your mouse can adjust the height and everything as well. In Toribash, you can control your character by modifying joint states on its body. There are 4 joint states: hold, relax, contract, and extend. Combining them results in unique moves that make each fight special. Alright, click on Sensei's knee to change its state to extending, and then kick the opponent. So here's his knee. It's currently relaxing. We're going to extend it, and the moment we do it, it's going to play out. And boom, you can also control your joints quicker by keyboard hotkeys. To change all joints at once, to either hold or relax, you can press the letter C. And you can see he's currently in full relax, and if we press it again, he's in hold, and he's gonna like be really stiff. Relax makes him fall over. Right? Hover over any joint and press X, and you will toggle between like hold and relax just for that specific joint that we are aiming at. For instance, sometimes you might want a move to an arm to be holding itself. Instead of lowering, instead of raising, it must just stay there. That's where that comes in handy. To switch between contracting and extending, you can press the letter Z right under your A key, and this will change between contracting and extending. It's kind of like X, where it does hold and relaxing, but Z does contracting and extending, so it like does the 2 opposing movements that the joint can do. So yeah, my movements were perfect. I was going to win, but then something completely unexpected happened. Just as I was about to defeat my opponent, my knee broke, ruining my chances. It looks like a fracture. That is a fractured knee. See, it also tells you what that joint is currently doing. This doesn't show on your opponent, so only on your own body you'll be able to see with this tooltip of what is happening. So he fractured his knee, and he ended up losing the fight, and now he's using a stick to hold. Outrage, and call that guy a lucker, and then tell him I'd beat him next time I face him. I'd also tell him that, wait, that jumped so quickly, wait, I didn't get to read that. So my young student, your defeats teach you just as much of a lesson as your victories do. That is true. Your Toribash experience is measured in QI, which for every fight you play, you get 1 QI. So every multiplayer match that you do and the match ends, you will get 1 QI. And QI, obviously, they'll be explaining next, I'm sure. The more QI you get, the better belt you will receive, and the more customization items will become available for purchase, like different colors and more cooler looking stuff unlocks as you go. It's, kind of reward for your accomplishments. You don't get everything all at once. You gotta work for it. You gotta get your experience up. So is that why you're using a stick, Master? Your leg, does it still hurt? Oh no, you're actually healed after every fight. That is true. It's just that I look more respectable with a stick. Why are you even asking? It doesn't matter. You've been slacking for too long now. If you want to become a truly good fighter, you need to train, not sit on a bench all the time. All right. So here, that is the introduction to Toribash using the camera, what the game's about. Then we continue to the next tutorial, and this should be the punching tutorial. Ooh. Here he'll teach us how to defeat our opponent using only our arms. So let's try the simplest attack possible, called a noob clap, which is the simplest attack possible. It's also something that's used a lot. So this is how it looks. pretty basic, yeah. All right, I'll only put both my arms forward, either to deal point damage or get in a position to grab the opponent, or perhaps even block my opponent's strike. The noob clap is actually amazing, yeah. Don't let this move's name fool you. It's a useful move that even the best sometimes use. Most pro moves actually include the noob clap in a unique form in some way or somehow, because the noob clap usually gives you a better advantage of, not getting your body thrown around. So using a noob clap shouldn't demotivate you of playing that style, even though it's called a noob clap. Everyone uses it. All right. So hit the punching bag with a noob clap. Okay, press C to hold all joints so that you don't fall down. To bend your arms forwards or backwards, you need to modify your pec states. All right. Contract your pecs to move your arms forward. Remember, you can either click on the joints or press Z while hovering over them to toggle states. You can also use the mouse wheel, which is what I do. So I'm going to mouse wheel like down and get my joints, my pecs into contracting. Good job, but you're not done yet. To finish your turn and to see your character move, you have to press space. We press space and boom! We did a noob clap. Very nice. Let's move on to the next task. All right. Okay. To truly land powerful punches, only using your pecs isn't enough. Check out this punch. Boof, boof, boof. I use my elbow and torso to increase my attack power. The harder you hit your opponents, the more points you will get and get closer to winning. So let's see. So hold all of our joints by pressing C. To get started into position, contract your elbows, okay? And relax your shoulders by clicking X. Cool. Shoulders help you lower or raise your arms. Elbows allow them to bend towards the middle, into, in front of you, like the way an elbow would work in real life, because you can't bend it backwards. To complete your move, press space. Rotate your chest to add enough power. So we're going to go left rotating chest here, and then we're going to contract our right pec and our right elbow. I'm actually extending that, or am I? No, did it say extend? Probably. Feel free to improvise and pay attention to your ghost. Increasing the momentum is key to successful attacks. Press space when you're ready to finish the move. I missed. That was good. You could have improved it a bit, but a punch is a punch. Nice work. Let's move on for today's finals. I didn't realize I can actually adjust that. I missed my punch completely. Time for freestyle punching, my student. Keep punching the bag until you get 100,000 points. Keep your eyes on the timer. Make sure you can finish the task within 500 frames, because every match has a frame limit. So here's the damage. 0 points. Complete Sensei's punching lesson. Reach 100,000 damage and get over 500,000 points to make Sensei proud. This actually, in the beta, it said it gives you a prize. I wonder if that's still true. Let's see if we can get our punch going here. So we're going to get into that stance that he just taught us, and then we're going to literally throw out some punches here. Space. Fricadels. Alright. Okay, so that was one way to do that. Alright. You can even shift space, by the way. Shift space is when you kind of move one frame at a time. So I'm going to do it here, just to see. There we go. We got 53k. I'm going to bring in this arm again. And then I'm going to rotate the whole chest and everything again. And we're going to get our arm going out again. And I'm going to get it at an angle here. Hold the shoulder. And then boom. Okay. So then we're just going to bring it back again. And we got to get this power going here. Alright. Hold the thing. We're going to not relax, but do this. We're going to extend our wrist, and then we're going to hold it, and then we're going to come in like this, and then boom. And then we're going to bring in that elbow and hold this. Only 28k points. Alright. Man, this is going to be rough. Trying to get all these points here. Alright. So, this is pretty much it. I don't want to spend all the time trying to punch here and make you guys have to watch this. So basically, you punch it, try to get 500k points. If you can get 500k points, you are actually kind of good. I tried it in the beta, and I think I got to 428k, and I was like, I was so close! But yeah, it can be quite challenging. You need to know how to punch over and over with the background in the background. Now that you know how to use your hands, you're ready to train for kicks, and the next tutorial begins with kicks. So we're going to go into the next tutorial right now. And we're going to learn how to kick. Now, that's how you know how to use your arms. It's time to learn how to kick your opponents using your legs. I'll guide you through the simple kick. Hold all your joints to prevent yourself from falling, which you remember is pressing C. This will be a left leg kick. So contract both your hip and your knee to get into position. Okay. All right, now finish your move by pressing space. Okay, cool. Now you're ready to kick your opponent. Extend your knee and look at your ghost. You can see that a kick is going, but your body bends forward, making you vulnerable to your opponent's attacks. There's a way to fix this by extending your right hip that also make your kick stronger, and it's also a win-win situation. As you can see, it pushes out there. Boom. Oh yeah, that's nice. Always remember to check your ghost to preview your move before finishing your turn. That is obviously true, which most people will know, to use your ghost as a indicator of what you're going to be doing. And you'll be surprised how sometimes you can even your ghost is not always true, especially in multiplayer. So you got to kind of, when you get experience playing the game, you'll realize like in multiplayer, you kind of, from what you're doing and what your opponent will do, you kind of have to guess of what will happen. Your ghost is a mere indication, but it's not exactly what's going to happen. Unless you're playing single player, it's exactly what's going to happen. The simplest kick is master, but to face a real opponent, you need to learn how to use your whole body. This may seem complicated at first, but eventually you'll feel what you need to do without memorizing the moves. That is correct, yes. Okay, we're going to kick the dummy's head. Ooh, boy. Okay, to land the high kick, you need to use your glutes, torso, and arms to increase the momentum. But first, hold your whole body. So press C, replicate the kick Sensei taught you, contract your left hip and your left knee, and then we're going to extend our right hip. Okay, but now you rotate your torso to the left, I see, and we're going to contract our pecs. And let's see, to raise your leg even higher, you need to use your glutes. Extend both of your glutes. Extending our glutes there, almost there. There we go. Here comes the trial and error part, applying the final changes to your kick's direction. And in our case, this is the lumbar. This joint will be specifically helpful. Try bending your lumbar to the right. To the right. This is the right. You can see while your kick is now seems more powerful, it is slightly lower. As you can see, it's going to land over here. This can be useful when you want to make a body kick instead of aiming for a higher kick, which in this case we're going for the head. So this time we're going to try bend our lumbar to the left and see what it changes. As you can see, our body is going much higher, and this leg is definitely in an angle to go for that head now, and a high body torso kick. So we're going to space, boom, and now all we have to do is extend the knee, and bam. Oof, kicked in the face. Yeah! Marvelous. Now come here. I've got something special for you. Oh, really? He's got something special for me? At first, memorizing your moves to execute them against real opponents may be complicated. Here, take move memory. It will help you store and run your recorded moves, as we mentioned in our previous video of move memory, which you can go watch. For convenience, I already made it some moves that you learned earlier to it. Alright, so we've got the moves that we learned in the tutorial in the move memory, so you can use it immediately in multiplayer matches if you're trying to do some moves and not fall over immediately just by random clicking. So it's good for players who are confused what to do. So to open move memory, we press M, select any move you'd like to execute. We're going to do a kick lift. And then we press space. And then we click space, not again. Okay. Allows you to do moves without touching any joints manually. With its help, you can save yourself from time to time instead of doing a move that you've already done like 6,000 times and you already know it. You don't need to do it over again. But you should practice your move before you make a move memory of it so that you actually know what you're doing instead of just doing something because you're doing it. Like, otherwise you're never going to learn improvisation, which is how the rest of every match will end. So we close move memory, and then bam. Then this is our first real fight. Okay, so if we continue to our next tutorial, we'll actually be in Challenge Uke. Welcome to your first real test. Your opponent will be Uke, and you'll be playing Aikido, one of the most popular mods. This challenge is very similar to how your multiplayer fights would look like. Good luck, and remember everything you learned. So basically, your opponent will be using an opener or a move memory type of thing against you, but he won't be playing from the end onwards. So you have to kind of beat him from the opener here. And for a beginner player, and when you're still learning stuff, this can be quite helpful to try deal with openers that people might use on you, and then you have to figure out how to save from them. So in Aikido, you either need to finish the fight with the most points or disqualify the opponent by putting them on the ground, either outside the ring or inside the ring. But inside the ring, the opponents you can stay only on your hands and your feet on the floor. If anything else touches the floor, you'll be disqualified. So it looks like Yuka's doing that move. Okay, so we're gonna use a move that I know that I'm gonna use against him. So we're gonna go whoop, and I'm gonna just kick him. I'm going to grab here. I'm going to lower this arm like that. I missed. That's fantastic. But it's quite easy because he's only doing an opener. He He's not an actual AI bot because that would be insane for that to like ever happen in Toribash. You're better off just playing multiplayer. So now he's basically gonna fall over because he doesn't know how to save himself. So in this case, for Challenge You, this is a perfect opportunity to actually realize how to save yourself as well, because as a new player, you'll probably be losing your balance and falling over just as much. Whereas here, I'm just trying to get him to hit the ground as hard as I can, as quickly as I can, just by doing this. There we go. Ugh, not fair. Yuke doesn't like that. Great job. Now you're ready to fight other players across the world. So yeah, now we can click here, and this will take us to multiplayer. And you also can click keep fighting and go against thing. I don't think I'm going into an actual fight here. I don't want to go into an actual fight right now. But yeah, that is the new tutorial system in Toribash. As you finish it, you can see there's also comeback practice, which you can use. And if you want to view the tutorials again, you can go over here, or you can challenge Yuke on the left side. So those are the new tutorials. I hope you guys enjoyed. You should probably play through them yourself. You probably did. This video is basically just for some explanation if you don't really know what's happening in them, but I'm sure you should. So thanks for watching, dudes. If you did make it this far, comment blah, 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 in the comments below, and I'll know you made it here, and I'll be like, how the hell did you watch this whole video? Alright, dudes. Thanks for watching, bros. Bye.